Hey, it's that time again.
What time is it?
It's time for teachers to laugh. It has been a long, crazy year already. Oh my God, if you've been virtual, hybrid, in person, you need a laugh.
Exactly. Especially if you got to deal with that Zoom. If Zoom went out of business tomorrow, I wouldn't be mad.
Oh, everybody hates Zoom. Where did Zoom come from? They just showed up. On the Zoom I remember is Aretha Franklin. Can you zoom? That's all I remember. Can you zoom?
Was that Lionel Richie?
That was People Brothers. Oh, that was Jeffrey Osborne with your woo. Okay, can you woo? All right, listen. We know you need this laugh. Laugh Your Class Off is bringing you the laugh. We welcome you to our Laugh Your Class Off Teacher Appreciation Comedy Show. You're in for a serious treat. Half of the comedians are former educators. They smarter than we were.
Yeah, because they got out.
They got out.
Well, I dropped out, so I mean.
I'm the only one crazy enough to still be here in the classroom. But they smarter than we are. We got a great show for you. You're going to sit back and enjoy it and laugh from beginning to end. Our first comedian is a legend.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I can't believe we got him.
I know it.
He took time out of his schedule to come in for us.
To come and do this.
The first comedian, you've seen him on everything. He has a residency in Vegas right now. Give it up for Mr. George Wallace.
Hello, everybody. God bless you today. I cannot believe I'm talking to the greatest people in the world. First of all, if I'm ever president, the first thing I'm going to do, all school teachers should make a minimum of $50,000 a year. Plus, there's no way in hell school teachers should be taking money out of their pockets to buy school supplies for kids. That's why you need me to be president of these United States. And another thing I'm going to do when I'm president of these United States, Chick-fil-A is going to be open on Sunday. I don't care what they say they do. You got to be crazy not to open on Sunday. You know how much chicken you can sell on a Sunday? Even Jesus wants some chicken on a Sunday. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because of you. Teachers, I did that, maybe try to give you a little laugh, try to make you pee a little bit from your eyes. That's what we try to do, try to bring happiness to you. Now, you've got the toughest job in the world with these bad kids today. They're not like when I grew up. And they, oh, my God, I don't know what y'all teaching them. They got a new math out here. I don't know how they do this new math. They got a math where you can order a $9 Domino pizza, and you go ahead and you order the Pepsi. But in some way, I don't know how they do it. By the time that $9 Domino pizza gets to your house, it's $28.35. I don't know how they do that. I don't know. It's y'all teaching a new math. These kids do things we never thought about doing, but it's all good. Keep teaching these kids. And another thing, they can't count either. I went to McDonald's the other day. My total was $2.78. I gave the kid $3.03, and all hell broke loose. I got another teacher joke for you. So this little boy, the teacher was in class. She says, I want the dumbest person. If you think you're the dumbest person in here, you stay standing. Everybody else sit down. So everybody sat down. Little Jimmy, it's always little Jimmy or little Johnny in the back. He was still standing. So the teacher, Miss Johnson, said to little Johnny, Jimmy, you're still standing. Do you think you're the dumbest person in this room? He said, no, ma'am. I just didn't want you standing up there by yourself. Hey, everybody, this is Crazy George Wallace, the new Mr. Vegas. I really just wanted to let you know that how proud I am of all of you teachers, and you just got to keep laughter in your room, too, okay? You know, that crazy kid in the back of the room, you never know what he's going to be. You know, but keep laughing in your life, because when you stop laughing, you stop living. And I'm George Wallace, and I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Because I'll be thinking about all kinds of things. Once again, I'll be thinking, how come when you buy a $9 Domino pizza, by the time it gets to your house, it's $23.98. Also in that pizza, when you open that Domino pizza, who is that little white table for in the middle of the pizza? Who eats on that little white table? Is that for the roaches? I'll be thinking about stuff like that. I'll be thinking, I'm in the grocery store the other day. I saw an item that said evaporated milk. Well, I'm thinking, well, what the hell is in the can? You see, I'll be thinking about stuff like that. I'll be thinking, how come is it when dogs bark at night, they have to get that last bark in? You ever hear dogs barking at night? When dogs bark at night, They have to get that last bark in. So we're wishing you the best out there. Keep laughing. I'll tell you what, something good is going to happen to you, whether you like it or not. Laugh your class off. That's what you got to do. Laugh your class off. Do like Joel Osteen. When you greet your kids, put a smile on your face. You can't lose with a smile on your face, okay? And if you live in Atlanta, oh my God, if you live in Atlanta, you have got to laugh. Because they got some crazy people in Atlanta. They got a section of Atlanta, Georgia called College Park. No college and no park. Hey, school teachers, keep doing your thing because we cannot do it without you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, and my love for you does not require your permission. I'm George Wallace. When you come to Las Vegas, you can go see the Blue Man or you can come see the Black Man. See ya!
That was the George Wallace. But coming up next, you have heard her and probably seen her on the Tom Joyner morning show. She used to have the tips for the single mom. Give it up for Miss Myra J.
Hey everybody, it's Myra J. And first of all, I just want to give a big shout out to Laugh Your Class Off and Cornelius George for having me join in the celebration of our teachers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you so much. First of all, I know you've been overworked and underpaid. I know because I used to date a teacher. You know how when you go over somebody's house and they got a decent job and make decent money and a nice salary, they got a welcome mat out front. I went over this brother's house, his mat just said, well. And what is going on nowadays? Because back in the day, teaching, it was just about reading, writing, arithmetic. Now, they want you to do therapy, nursing, be an IT specialist. Basically, they want you to do this and that. Well, if they want you to do all that, they need to give you a disability check. Because think about it. You got to do all these Zoom meetings and learn all this stuff. Before all this happened, you know, a lot of us, we didn't know a megabyte from an overbyte. But now, you got to be a magician. They want you to teach the kids over here at home and teach them in the classroom at the same time. Who you supposed to be? Houdini? And then now, you want to know about the parents, you know. But nowadays, don't you just know too much about some of the parents? How many of you have wanted to say, little Johnny, could you please tell your mother that school starts at 8 o'clock every morning, or we're going to have to start a GoFundMe account to buy her a robe? You know what? Think about it. You give the kids the assignment. They know they have homework, but they don't come back and tell the parents. I know my grandkids used to live with me. My grandchild up at 11 o'clock at night, running around huffing and puffing. She all frustrated. I'm like, what's wrong with you? My science project is due. Well, when is it due? Tomorrow. What? So now I'm up at midnight trying to help her make a solar system out of some uncooked spaghetti noodles and some meatballs. We finished at 3 a.m. At least I think we're finished. And she's sitting there. I'm like, what's wrong with you now? It's not right. I need a tennis ball for the sun. Where you going to find a tennis ball at 3 o'clock in the morning? I said, you take this project in, you give it to your teacher, you tell her your solar system is at night. Ain't no sun. Okay? Because we all know, even though we want our children to all do well, we got a couple of kids in that class. You know this child will never be president. And I am willing to say that some of those children might be in my family. This same grandchild, we found her in the middle of the street, just looking like she an explorer. I'm like, what are you looking for? The tooth fairy. The tooth fairy didn't come see me for 3 days. And I forgot to put, the money under the pillow. So I said, you know what? I think the tooth fairy has been here. You go upstairs and you look. I beat her upstairs. I put the money under that pillow. She came in the room. She threw that pillow back. She saw that money under there. She jumped up and closed the bedroom door. I said, what you do that for? She said, Grandma, the tooth fairy is in here. And she got money. Okay, this is the kind of kid we need to look out for. This is the same child. You know how teachers, you put your all into it and you think you've taught the lesson and the child has received it. Well, we're all out to dinner. And I ordered lamb curry. And she said, ugh, lamb, ugh, lamb. And I said, yes, we can eat lamb just like we eat chicken and fish and turkey. And she said, oh, okay. Halfway through the meal, she goes, oh, I got it. That's why we say Mary had a little lamb. Lord have mercy. Stay safe, teachers. We love you. Great job.
Myra J is hilarious. Oh my God. Thank you, Myra J. Y'all get it from Myra J. The next comedian coming to the stage is another one of my homeboys. You've seen him all over the country touring. Give it up for my boy, Malachi Black.
No joke. I don't care how tough you is, how strong you is. You can be the man. That gout will let you know. I was about to beat one of my kids, and hey, what did you get? Okay, all right, yeah. Somebody get daddy a pillow. It's crazy. Trying to stop different things from happening, you know. But whatever you do, don't stop your dreams. Wherever your dream is, whatever it is, you're in school. Some people say, "Oh, I'm too old to go back to school." You're 40. You're the halfway mark. You're at the halfway mark. If you're a man, you're gonna live to 70. If you're a woman, you're gonna live to 85. Because your husband gotta take all that stuff you gotta do to him. You know. Hey, what's going on, brother? Yeah. Is that your wife? Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. We were talking about, hey, like I say, don't stop your dreams. Don't stop your dreams. I mean, I went broke. I had to become a DoorDash driver. It was horrible. I mean, hey, money is money. But to keep my dreams going, I just was acting while I was doing DoorDash. Yeah, I would go out and it's like, who am I gonna be today? Oh, I know what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a guy who recovered from an accident, who went deaf in an accident. I would knock on the door, people would answer the door, I'd be like, Dorian, come get the phone. I'm here, thank you. Hey, Dorian, you hear me, Dorian? All right. Come on, don't ruin my dream. Yeah, I worked with a guy named Billy. Billy, his dream was to be a redneck. We would be at work. I was sitting next to Billy. Billy was cool. They had no problems. We chilling. We had no problem with Billy. He would listen to Public Enemy. We had work, chilling in the conference room. He like, what up, bro? What's going on, man? Billy would get home, and all of a sudden, his handle on Facebook was Redneck 47. Because in his life, he wanted to be a redneck. You put something up about Black Lives Matter, you arguing with Billy for about 30 minutes. Billy cussing you out. Billy cussing you all the way out. But you got to work together as people. You know, we can't slam people and be problems with people. We got to cut out racism. That's going to help the country move forward. And that's why the teachers teach on the platform of getting you educated and getting you better. They're trying to help you be better than what you was when school started.
Hey, that was Malachi Black. And if you got gout, you know exactly what he's talking about. Who we got next?
Coming up next, she's a school teacher from Los Angeles. She got to battle with the Crips and the Bloods every day, trying to teach them a little. But anyway, y'all give it up for Angel Gaines.
Delta Sigma Theta.
Educators, how are you? That's right, we are educators, and this is appreciation for you. And let me tell you something, all that stuff that they taught us in college that we done paid student loans money for, they need to give us our money back. Because those ain't the kids they did studies on, okay? I'm an educator out here in South Central Los Angeles. And I'm going to tell you, I got the junior Crips and the baby Bloods. You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole other world where I am. But it's just so amazing being a teacher because people really don't understand what we're going through, right? And then we had to transfer all that over into the virtual world of Zoom. And when I tell you Zoom life has been the most hilarious experience ever. First of all, my parents are way out of control. Let's just first acknowledge the parents who decide to get dressed in the camera. Okay, ma'am, listen, your kid is in school, honey. We don't need to see you walking by in a bra. And then what's so funny is they walking by like church. They got their hand up like, excuse me, oh, I'm so sorry. No, ma'am, you can't be showing 8-year-olds your bra, ma'am. Like, what's happening here? And then let's talk about the parents who just having full-blown conversations behind the kid. Like, so anyway, girl, my son, you know, last time I watched this show, it was just crazy. No, he didn't. Ma'am, can you be quiet? I was like, Dante, tell your mama to be quiet because I'm trying to teach. She is just too loud, and let her know that the man died last week and she's behind the episode, okay? What's really going on, right? And I just love how parents are just so fed up, and I'm just kind of like, ha, 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 ha. Didn't we tell you all of this during parent conference a year ago? Now you know. I am also so happy to be an essential worker because they realized they needed us. All this time, they were saying, teachers, y'all get, you know, vacations and time off. And now you realize just how difficult my job is. And you couldn't even handle your 2 kids, okay? And I got 30. All right, so I'm just glad they're feeling it now. Teachers, we're able now to go negotiate our contracts, okay? Let's go in and ask for everything, kind of like LeBron James. They should be paying us in the millions, right? I'm going to give y'all a chance to clap. I know, I'm going to say it again. They should be paying us in the millions. Exactly, I felt you. Now, I can say this about teaching. The hardest thing for me are the names. Oh my goodness, these millennials, they got way too creative for me, okay? First of all, I looked at the roster. I saw a kid named Capital C. And I said, baby, is your name Capital C? He told me, no, it's Carbon. I said, oh, no, we ain't playing them games. We ain't playing them games. Because I did not memorize no chemistry periodic table to know that a C stand for carbon. No, you're going to be Capital C in here, okay? And then we got all these, you know, everybody got to be Beyonce now. You know, got Blue Ivy, Sapphire Moon. I'm like, listen, what? Your kids aren't going to get hired. I'm just telling you. First of all, they're not getting hired. No employer is about to be putting all that on the name tag, right? Go back to basic names. Then what's really cool is when the real millennials get creative and they just put any 3 syllables together, right? Then they decide to capitalize any letter they feel like capitalizing. And then got the nerve to start putting punctuation marks in the name. I got a kid named Shandwella. Her mama spelled her name capital S-H-A hyphen capital D-W @ asterisk I-L-L-A-H accent. I said, I looked at the roster, I said, baby, is this your name or your mama computer password? Because I don't understand what's going on here. It's just amazing. But I just want to give a shout out to Laugh Your Class Off with an amazing organization. Giving a shout out to Cornelius George for all the work that he's doing to rally educators to make us laugh. He always says laughter is the best medicine. And I disagree. I think Xanax beat it every day. Every single day. I'm kidding. Laughter is good for the soul. So I appreciate all that you do, colleagues, to make my life and the world a better place. I know that I'm a part of that world too, but it just, you know, means a lot when another fellow soldier can look at another soldier and salute. So happy Teachers Appreciation Day. Love you all.
And that was comedian Angel Gaines, and I agree with her. Xanax is definitely better than laughter. Cornelius,
really
introduce
cool.
the next.
All right, the next comedian. Have you ever seen the show Girlfriends?
I have, love it.
Well, our next comedian is a writer on Girlfriends. He's also a professor at USC. Give it up for my homeboy, Lamarpharrell.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? My name is Lamarpharrell, and I'm an actor, television writer, producer, and a stand-up comedian. I just wanted to come out and talk to y'all, man, about what's going on. We've been stuck in the house during this pandemic. Things are opening up, but the pandemic is not over. We got to stay steadfast, keep our masks on. That's why I want to talk about masks. We need to have some mask etiquette. You know what I mean? Like, I got my mask on. You got to wear your mask. Like, I got my mask on now, even though I'm on the computer talking to y'all, because y'all ain't, I'm 6 feet from y'all screen. I don't know y'all like that. That's why I'm keeping my mask on. You know another thing? You ever see somebody, when you go out and you wear your mask, you got to wear your mask properly. That's why they need to have mask etiquette. You know, this is how you wear a mask. You out in public, you go to visit somebody. You don't have your mask hanging down off you. That's not how you wear a mask. That ain't right. What is that? You walk somebody, yo, man, what's going on? I know what's not going on. Your mask on your face. That's not what's going on. You ever see somebody else walking around in the store and they got the mask under their chin, keeping their chin protected? Yo, what's up, man? I know what's not up. Your mask. Put your mask up, homie. You got to wear your mask properly. You got to have mask etiquette. You ever go in the store and forget your mask? Leave it in your car, but forget you don't have your mask on your face, and you walking around just minding your business shopping, and people looking at you in the supermarket like, you like, why are they looking at me? What's wrong with these people? Oh, and you realize, I don't have on a mask. And then you got to pull up your shirt and be like you in church walking down the aisle, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. You got to have that mask, man. Can't leave home without it. Another thing about a mask, one thing I don't like about masks is that it's difficult now with masks on to meet people. Like, you know, people from the opposite sex. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's hard to holler. I'm just going to keep it real. Because when you out there in the streets, like a perfect example, a few weeks ago, I'm at a car wash, right? I see this young lady, she jumped out of a Jag looking like, I was like, yo, she was fine. Nice, brown, sexy chocolate, looking like a young, sexy Viola Davis. I'm like, okay, I like the holler way to give the murder in that Ma Rainey's black bottom right there. So, you know, we start talking, right? So we exchange numbers. Yeah, so we start talking on the phone. The conversation's all good. So I'm like, you know, we decide we're going to get together. You know, let's get together and meet for lunch. And I couldn't wait. Social distance, of course, outside. But I really couldn't wait to see her. But I still haven't really seen her from the eyes up. You know, they had that mask on. This was all I saw, you know. So we get to the restaurant. I pull up. I get down. I sit and I wait for her. And here she comes, right? I'm like, oh, here she comes. Boy, my Rainey's black bottom is coming down the street. So she comes over and she sits down. We have a good conversation again. Then that waiter brings over the appetizer. So I take off my mask. She takes off her mask. And I'm like, whoa. Yo. From the eyes up, she was definitely Viola Davis. From the nose down, she was Sammy Davis. I didn't know she was looking at me or the waiter with them eyes at the same time. They was all cockeyed. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, Mr. Bojangles, I'm going out to lunch with Mr. Bojangles. Yo, I just came up a few minutes to try to bring the laughter, love of laughter to you guys. I want to shout out to my man Cornelius George for having me. And love your class off for all you teachers, all the hard work that you guys do every single day. I'm actually an educator myself. I've been a long-term sub, and I'm also a professor at the University of Southern California, USC, that teaches comedy and screenwriting. And I just know what you guys going through teaching virtually, but I'm doing the same thing. So I want to give a lot of love to you guys every day. Y'all are holding it down. Thank you very much. And if you want to follow me, just look on Facebook, Instagram, at Lamont F. Ferrell. And until next time, live, love, and laugh. Peace.
Y'all give it up for Lamont Ferrell. And introduce the next person.
Oh, can I do it with my mask on like Lamont did?
Sure.
All right. The next comedian coming up. I can't do that. That's crazy. Can't even choke myself. Hey, the next comedian coming up, she's also a member of Delta Sigma Theta. She's a former educator. She's on tour right now with Vivica Fox. Give it up for Kellz.
What's up to all the amazing teachers? Yes, I'm talking to you. I know what time it is. The deer in the headlight season. You like, hey, when it's May, June, come on now. But you've been doing your thing all school year. And guess what? You are appreciated. Don't you know they love you, sweet teachers? It's a little Tupac for y'all early in the morning because you deserve it. But another thing I want to say is nobody knows the trouble you guys see each and every day being in the trenches, being in the classroom or virtually with a wonderful group of minds that are willing and able to receive everything as long as they know they have a teacher that is willing to give it their all. So I want to say shout out to you all. You're the real MVP, because I was a teacher for 9 years before I started doing comedy full time. That's right. I was your kids' future for a little while. And then I got famous and I was like, well, man, forget them kids. No, but I love them. And I realized something, that the kids are really the best teachers. Okay. Now that I'm out in the classroom, I find myself aging. So all you teachers, stay in the classroom, because soon as you leave, for some reason, you get old. It's crazy. Shout out to all my elementary school teachers. I taught second grade for 2.5 years. And baby, if you know anything about a second grader, they will make you feel some type of way, baby. Because when a second grader say something, a 7-year-old, they coming from their heart. It's the truth. I remember teaching, having a really good time. Okay. We're talking about disabilities, right? And how you have to love people exactly where they are. And I have the classroom quiet. And as an educator, y'all know that's one of those aha moments. Got him. And I have the kids full attention. Then I hear a little girl in the back laughing. I'm like, hey, Kimberly, could you please stand up and tell the classroom what's so quiet? Kimberly stood up with all her 7-year-old pride, and she put her hands on her hip and she told me, Miss Davis, my mama told me that fat people are disabled. So technically, you got a disability too. What? What? Let me talk to you in the courtroom. I took old baby Kim to the courtroom, and I pulled her right to the side, and I told her, your mama came up to the school before. She was missing her front teeth, and she wasn't wearing a bra. Do you want me to call her up here so the classroom can see disabled? But guess what, though? I won. But not in the inside, okay? I sent her back to class. Time for reading, but my insides was messed up because, you know, when kids say something, it hit different. But when kids say something, it hit different. When you have the love and the joy and the peace and the cooperation of the students, that's because they want you to give it to them exactly how you have it. So all my teachers that are loving life and experiencing this new wave of learning and this new wave of teaching, kudos to you, because the students are really on your roller coaster, just holding on to you. So I say buckle up, because you guys are amazing. And you have to be very special in order to teach students. And I just want you to know you are touched. Yep, you are. Bye. Happy Teacher Appreciation Month. I love you guys. It's Kelly Kellz. Make sure y'all follow me. All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Y'all give it up for Kelly Kellz. My girl brought the energy and she brought the funny.
Oh.
And next coming up.
Yes, who we got next?
Who we got next?
Tell you who we got. We got another former educator. He's also a Dove Award-winning comedian. Give it up for my big homie, Bonehampton.
Greetings, teachers. Greetings to every teacher that is watching this right now. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week to you. My name is Bonehampton. I'm a stand-up comic and actor, and I am happy to be a part of this to let you know how much we appreciate you as teachers. Me as being a former student and having an 11-year-old son right now. Appreciate you so much as teachers. I think you should have more than a week, but since I don't make the rules, we stuck with just a week. It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, that's the hot new phrase. Everybody's always wanting to say that. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's the new way of saying somebody's about to take advantage of you. That's what that is. Because though nothing good ever happens before you hear, it is what it is. It ain't never nothing cool like, hey, here you a check for $2,500. For what, Bo? It is what it is. It ain't never nothing cool like that. It's always something unexpected, something you wasn't prepared for. Like you show up on a blind date, you like, you're supposed to be a woman. Bone, it is what it is. No, it ain't. Mama? That's probably why I ain't got no girlfriend right now. That ain't why. Movie prices. That's why I ain't got no girlfriend. Expensive movies just ruined my dating life. Do you remember back in the day when the movies used to be cheap? So you didn't really care if the date worked out or not? She'd be like, Bone, I don't want to go to the movies with you no more because you too loud and country. I don't care. $4.50. Bye. Ain't nobody scared of you. My mama gave me $10. I got $1 left. That's 4 more games of Donkey Kong. You go to the movies nowadays, even the popcorn costs $975. I'm like, if I spend this much money on you, you gonna see me again. Voluntarily or involuntarily. It is what it is. I think part of my problem is probably in my approach. I can't figure out what to... Because here's the thing. It's a thin line between flirting and stalking. No, because if a girl think you cute, she'll never accuse you of stalking her. Brad Pitt could be hiding your bushes at 3 o'clock in the morning. And y'all will be like, that's so romantic. Get low, Brad, get low. Peekaboo. I see you. You're so silly. Won't you act like you're going to come through my back door and I'll play scared? Wah! Yeah. I show up at your job with a dozen roses and a teddy bear. You like, how you find out where I work? Well, it would have been a lot easier if you would have gave me your real first name, Kimberly. Got me looking for some girl named Lisa working at the Walmart. Now her husband tripping. And I want the money back for the flowers I sent to her job. Come on, girl. Let's make this work. You know I love you. It is what it is. Ain't nobody scared of COVID, girl. Let's go ahead on. People always calling and checking on me during this pandemic. They're like, how you doing, Bone? I'm like, I'm good. My finances caught COVID. I mean, my checking account lost all sense of taste and smell. They putting a mask on my MasterCard. They putting a ventilator on my Visa. I mean, they got my savings account in quarantine. I can't touch none of that. Now, the thing is, I eventually did catch COVID. And they say it attack your immune system. And I'm from Texas, so I got a rock gut. So the joke was on COVID. Because when I was in quarantine, COVID was sitting in the corner just a coughing. Man, what kind of immune system you got? I'm like, man, my immune system is built on hog maws, ham hocks, and hog head cheese. So you deal with you. That's what I got. Now, I used to be a substitute teacher. I used to substitute out there in Sodom and Gomorrah, Los Angeles. And now they implemented school uniforms to help the kids with all the gang violence and all the racial tension, but they wasn't really sure what they was doing. They like, we gonna be patriotic at our school. You can only wear the colors of the American flag. You can only wear red, white, and blue. So you got a school full of Crips, Bloods, and the Ku Klux Klan. I get to travel a lot, and one of the things that I done learned is that if you want to know what kind of neighborhood that you in, what you do is you go to the neighborhood gas station, wherever they done put me up, and then I ask to use the restroom. Depending on if they got to give you a key to the restroom, you know what kind of neighborhood you in. And depending on what's attached to the key, lets you know how bad of a shape you might be. Because I went to one gas station, asked to use the key. He gave me a key. It had a gun attached to it. He's like, do you know how to use this? I was like, the key or the gun? He's like, actually both, sir. Both, sir. Hey, thank you guys. We appreciate you to the fullest. Thank you for doing everything that you do. Bonehampton.
Y'all, that was Bonehampton. He said his date's getting expensive, so...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
it might be a Netflix and chill night.
It is what it is.
So who we got next?
The next comedian we got coming up is my homegirl. She's another former educator. They are killing us. Yes. They making me feel bad about myself. They all leaving the classroom. But she is tearing up the Christian circuit. Give it up for my girl, Lady Q.
Hey, what's going on, teachers? Happy Appreciation Week. It is your girl, comedian Lady Q. I was created, anointed, and appointed to travel the world and make people laugh. I am so excited to share in this special moment with you and for you to show great appreciation. Thank you, Mr. Cornelius George, for inviting me for a time such as this. And because of that, teachers, before we get started, I just want to play a little clip of a song that I always think of when I think of teachers. And this is just for you.
Never could have made it without you.
Never. Come on, teachers. It's your moment. It's your time to shine. Hey, we got students out there, and you know who they are, that never would have made it without you. For the teachers. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, get your bop on. This is for all the teachers coming in day after day, month after month, year after year. It's for you. Hey. What's going on, teachers? That song was especially just for you because we know that there are some students out there, some people out there, some staff members out there, some parents out there that never would have made it without you. I know that we all kind of look at the surface of it all, but when we go into the heart, we know that it's because of teachers that there are some great people in this world, and you guys need to be honored, deserve to be honored, and everything above and beyond that. We all know that the money is not enough. We know that, but when you're coming from the heart, it is well appreciated. So happy Teacher Appreciation Week. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. Of course, being a teacher myself for 8 years, being a teacher, I used to be a teacher, meaning I'm no longer a teacher. That ministry ran out of my soul a long time ago, you know, because I was a petty teacher. Now, I taught preschool. Yes, I taught preschool, and you're probably thinking, now, what in the world can 4-year-olds due to that lady to not have her teach anymore? Well, because I was petty. I worked at a Christian school, and the sad part about it is that I no longer work there because I prayed. Yeah, I prayed. Now I know you're looking a little confused in the face. I can feel it. You're looking confused. A teacher teaching at a Christian school prays and no longer works there anymore. Yeah, because not only am I a teacher, I was a petty teacher, meaning my prayers were just as petty. Now, I know you all got some students that are really good, and you're happy to see those students every day. But then on the other hand, you got those other students that, you know, we're limited to what we can say and do to those other special students. We're going to just leave it as that. So what I did, I decided to pray for them. And yes, because my prayer was a little petty, they had to let me go. But it's okay. But you ever had the student that just irritated you? I mean, irritated you to no end, and you really didn't know how to handle them? Well, I'm going to pray for those students, and I want you to agree with me in that prayer. And I want you to lift your hands all over the building as I take you to prayer. And if there's ever a time that you get irritated by a student and you want them to be just as irritated as you, call 1-800-PETTY Intercessor Prayer, and I will pray for those students on your behalf. You know that student that comes to class late and really act like they're not late? You know, they walk in like they on time. Well, as you close your eyes and bow your heads in the virtual world, I pray right now that that student that is late to class with no condemnations on their heart, may they get the hiccups really bad. I'm talking the hiccups that make them lose their breath for 0.25 seconds. The hiccups that no matter what they do, they can drink 16 bottles of water, they can blow into a paper bag, they can hold their breath for 48 minutes, but the hiccup will still come through. Right now, I pray for that student. I also pray for the student that talk back. You know, that one that always got something to say. No matter how right or wrong they may be, they always got to come back, always got to clap back. Right now, I pray for that student. I pray that every time that student open their mouth, they bite their tongue for the rest of the day. I don't want them to draw blood, Lord. I just want it to irritate them. Just irritate them and just tip their lip right now. That's what I want them to do. For that student that talk back, just bite your tongue. Bite it on the side, the front, the tip. Just every time you talk, every time you think about talking back. When you go to open your mouth, that you bite your tongue till the words don't even come out. And the final prayer that I want to pray on y'all behalf, the student that sleeps in class. They just sleep. They're really not tired. They just want to go to sleep. And they might be tired because they stayed up all night. Well, I pray right now that their iPhone goes out. They get no service no matter where they go. The screen is just black. They just can't get on, they can't get on social media. They can't get on the internet. They can't make no calls. They can't text nobody. And above all of their cell phone going out, when they call the Apple store to make an appointment, there won't be an appointment available for 2 weeks. That is my petty prayer for all the students and for all the teachers who are irritated by those students. Listen, guys, thank you so much for all that you do day in and day out, coming and going. I appreciate you, and I know that everyone else appreciates you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I am your girl, comedian Lady Q. Laughter is healing. That is my purpose and my passion. Peace. Thank you, guys.
Lady Q is hilarious. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be calling her prayer line because I got about 10 kids she need to pray for. Y'all ready for y'all next comedian? Coming up is my mentor, the big homie who gave me the microphone. You can catch him Monday through Friday on the Erica Campbell Morning Show. Give it up for my homeboy, Griff.
I am Griff from Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell. What's happening? Shout out to all the teachers. You guys are awesome. Let me just tell you something. I've been doing comedy today for 26 years, a week, and 2 days. I wanted to be a comedian since I was 3 years old. I had a fourth grade teacher who said about it, so I heard you want to be a comedian, woo, woo. She said, okay, then I want you to read these books. I was like, comedian? I ain't never seen no comedian read a book. Like, I'm a real comedian. I'm going to be one of them. And she was like, read these books. And the book was Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalks Ends, Judy Blume, Super Fudge, and Mark Twain. And what I learned is that humor was a thing. It wasn't just something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, teachers made me understand that to be humorous, you had to be smart. So I was a class clown with straight A's on my teacher's nerves. Just, oh, what? Are you kidding me? Don't give me one of these. Hello? In the 6th grade like this. Mrs. Anderson! Oh, Mrs. Anderson! Shut up, Dwayne. That's my real name. That's what my mama called me, Dwayne. Shut up, Dwayne. That's my teacher. I remember a teacher taking me outside in the 5th grade saying, hey, all the kids listen to you in the class like you're a real leader. So I need you to shut up first. Teachers are awesome. What other? I got some great teacher story. Oh, I remember Miss Gentez. Barbara Gentez was her name. She was my 5th grade teacher, and then over the break, she got married. And then came back, and her name was Miss Anderson. And I had full-blown attitude like, is that what we doing? Having nuptials over the holidays? Ma'am, I'm calling you Miss Gentez. And she also took me outside and said, hey, my new name is Miss Anderson, and you're going to call me that. You stupid little kid. No, I'm just kidding. So shout out to all the teachers that's on Zoom and hate it. Cause all your kids look like this. All y'all's kids look just like this. Wait a minute. I don't know if I can do it in here. Let me see if I can do it. No, I can't do it in here. Dang, I want all your kids it just say their name. And my daughter is in the 8th grade and she was doing online last year, but I just heard all the teachers saying, Shamika, are you there, Shamika? Shamika. Why you shake the computer? Shamika. If you don't say I'm here, I'm marking you absent. I'm here. The kids be in the back, the parents be in the background. You can see them. Shamika, turn your camera off, Shamika. Do what your teacher said. I don't care what put it on mute, Shamika. Then y'all get mad and go, you know what? Let me just put you in the timeout area on a Zoom. I know all your little teacher secrets. Teachers are awesome. Teachers need raises. Teachers need raises, so on the first week of school, you don't send the kids home with a note to say things your parents can bring. Hand sanitizer, markers, Sharpies, coloring book, coloring crayons, remote control, AAA batteries, computer chair, 36-inch TCL monitor. Like, y'all got to buy some of that stuff. Lotion. This one teacher was getting stuff. I know. Bed, Bath, and Beyond vanilla. All sizes. I'm like, why am I am not buying this for the teacher? Get your own vanilla. I'm going to get you this hot black pencil sharpener. That's what you're going to get with the razor blade on it. Teachers are so cool, man. I wish that kids would know that what they learn now is only what you guys instill in them, the seeds y'all put in them. I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for the teachers in my life. They spoke life into me. They encouraged me. They put me in workshops and competitions when I didn't want to. They taught me the importance of reading. They taught me the importance of knowing perfect grammar. So now I mess it up on purpose to spite Mrs. Gentes for getting married. No. They taught me how fun learning was. So I'm a learning sponge. Shout out to all the teachers, the administrators. Big shout out to the janitor who, when the kids throw up, he got to put pencil shavings on the throw up. And it'd be a pile of pencil shavings. I remember it all. School was awesome. When I was in school, we were still feeding the projector. Remember, you would feed the projector. They had a projector. Then the micro slides came out. We was on the Dewey Decimal System. If any kids is watching this, you don't know what the Dewey Decimal System is. You don't know what it's like. Do you even go to the library? Or do you Google everything? Do any kid on here watching this know what Encyclopedia Britannica is? Of course not. You just pull up Martin Luther King. We had to go do book reports on Martin Luther King, and if another kid got the K encyclopedia, we had to wait. How about that? So shout out to the teachers. Thank y'all for being so important, man. Y'all all need raises. Y'all all need raises. Y'all should get paid like how we pay the doctors in America, because y'all are so very valuable to the learning of our youngins. Y'all parents, y'all aunties and uncles in there, y'all guardians, you know, y'all better moms than some moms. So thank you. They might not always thank you, and they might come to the school with a bonnet on, but you see a bonnet, I see a helmet of salvation. Okay. I gotta go. That's my time. Griff, Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell, West Side.
Give it up for Griff. He just did his thing. But coming up next, I'm sure you've seen her on Tiffany Haddish. They ready? Well, get ready for Barbara Carlyle.
Do y'all agree with me that they don't make kids like they used to? Kids know their rights now. They bringing weapons to school. It's reading, writing, arithmetic, and rivals. But that ain't why I quit. I quit because they started making us teach kids in school big words. Now, the word for the day was fascinate. I said, whoever can make a sentence with fascinate get A for the day. John raised his hand. I said, go ahead, John. John said, I fascinate people. I said, ooh, you got your A. Susie raised her hand. I said, go ahead, Susie. Susie said, it's fascinating to see the rain. I said, ooh, you got your A. Mary raised her hand. I said, go ahead, Mary. Mary said, my mama bought me a dress with 9 buttons, but I could only fascinate. I quit after that. That was a gifted child. I gave her a double A and got up on out of there. And you know how when you're good to kids, they bring you gifts. I walked in the classroom one day. It's a red apple on the desk. And somebody had written on the bulletin board the letters F-M-T. I said, what is this? A little white boy stood up. For my teacher, 1 red apple. I said, oh, that is so sweet. And I was good to him the rest of the day. I came in the next day, it's a watermelon on the desk. And somebody had written the F word on the bulletin board. I said, what is this? The black boy stood up. From us colored kids. I was good to them for 3 days. Because I love watermelon. Ooh, I love me some watermelon. I don't like no cantaloupe. I love watermelon. And you know, somebody must have found out that during the pandemic that I needed to work. And, you know, and I wasn't making no money off comedy. So I had to go get me a temp job. You know, they sent me to be a Sunday school teacher. I'm just as surprised as you are. I didn't know that much about the Bible, but I knew Wikipedia. So I decided I was going to teach the kids something I had learned in science. So I had all the little kids sitting around, and I was like, did y'all know that as big as a whale is, it cannot swallow a man? The kids was like, oh. I said, no, a whale cannot swallow a man. Little girl over in the corner said, that's not true. Little girl, a whale cannot swallow a man. That's not true. A whale can swallow a man. I said, little girl, it's scientifically impossible for a whale to swallow a man. She said, well, the real Sunday school teacher said Jonah was swallowed by a whale. I said, the real Sunday school teacher don't know what she's talking about. So me and this little girl going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Finally, I said, you can say whatever you want to say. A whale cannot swallow a man. She said, you know what? When I get to heaven, I'm going to ask Jonah myself. I said, what if Jonah went to hell? She said, then you ask him. Go to the office. No, I know Sunday school ain't got an office, but you go. So I had to go read up on the Bible, so I read about Moses. And I was going to tell the kids about Moses. I was like, did y'all know that Moses was in a basket? The little kids was like, oh. I looked over at the little girl just in case she said something. She didn't say nothing, so I kept going. I said, oh, yeah, Moses was in a basket. I think he came with some fries and a drink. One of the little kids said, Miss Carlyle, did you know they said that Jesus owned everything in the whole wide world? God owned everything. How God got everything? How he able to get everything? I said, because Jesus saves. He don't spend his money everywhere. Jesus saves. Y'all be like, Jesus, save your money. You can get anything you want. And you know what I found out, people? Did you know that if you study the Bible, it'll improve your credit? It says study to show thyself approved. I think you get a MasterCard. Yeah, that's what you get, a MasterCard. Big shout out to Laugh Your Class Off. Teachers, I know it's a hard time now, but keep on keeping on. We're going to persevere like we always do. The kids got to learn. We got to teach them. I'm Barbara Carlyle. Thanks for having me.
That was a great show. Thank you to all the comedians who came through and blessed us, donated their time to put this together, to help us put this together. Thanks to everybody who registered and tuned in.
I'm just overjoyed right now. Non-stop laughter. We told you we were going to bring, this is what we're known for. Yeah, that's we known for bringing you the best shows to educate it. Make sure you follow us on social media, Laugh Your Class Off. Go to our website, jcorneliusgeorge.com.
LaShawnGrice.com.
6xentertainment.com. Make sure you do all those wonderful things and keep messing with us. And look out for the in-person show, because this needs to be in person.
This needs to be in person.
Yeah, we got to have this in person. And we got two shows. We got this show.
And then we got Detention.
Detention is the one you want.
That's the one you want.
Yeah. If you ever been in trouble in your life, you need to find the Detention show.
Yes.
Yes.